Welcome to your Inspirations Quick Travel Guide YouTube channel for a special audio experience.
Ooh, exciting.
We're calling this one Just Listen to Switzerland Edition.
Love it.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're so glad you're joining us for this audio-only deep dive into all things Switzerland.
That's right.
You can enjoy this episode while watching general video clips of scenic Switzerland on our YouTube channel.
Think of it as your personal travel guide.
Exactly.
Curated just for you.
We know planning a trip can feel overwhelming, so we're diving deep to help you discover the best of Switzerland.
We'll unpack its unique charm, must-see spots, and even those quirky little details.
Oh, I like those.
That make it so special.
So get comfy, close your eyes, and let's transport ourselves to the heart of the Swiss Alps.
Sounds amazing. Let's get started. What's so fascinating about it is that it's a country of contrasts.
Oh, definitely.
You've got towering snow-capped peaks right next to serene, sparkling lakes.
Yeah.
You have bustling cities with cutting-edge architecture. But then just a stone's throw away, you'll find these villages where traditions have been passed down like generation after generation.
It's like somebody took all the best parts of Europe and just crammed them into one breathtaking country.
Absolutely.
Speaking of contrasts, Switzerland has not one, not two, but 4 national languages.
That's right.
German, French, Italian, and even Romansh.
Romansh.
Which I'll admit I had to look up.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's spoken by less than 1% of the population.
Yeah.
Mostly in a southeastern region called Grisons.
That's right.
I mean, come on, that is a cultural kaleidoscope.
Yeah, it really adds such a richness to the Swiss experience, you know?
Yeah.
You can be out on a hike in a French-speaking village, cross over a mountain pass, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by German speakers.
All in the same day.
All in one day.
Okay, so I'm picturing myself in one of those like postcard perfect villages, like Appenzell,
Yeah.
with those traditional houses and flower boxes just bursting with color and those cowbells echoing through the valley.
Ah, Appenzell. It's like stepping back in time.
Yeah.
They're actually famous for having open-air assemblies where residents vote on local issues just by raising their hands.
That's amazing.
Talk about direct democracy.
I love that. But let's not just linger in the idyllic countryside.
Right.
Switzerland has some incredibly vibrant cities as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so City Slicker mode activated. Where are we headed first on our virtual tour?
Let's start with Zurich, Switzerland's largest city.
Okay.
Now, you might think of it as just like a financial hub, all suits and briefcases.
Right.
But Zurich has a really playful side, too.
Wait, so we're talking a city that can handle billions in transactions by day and then transform into a nightlife hotspot by night.
Exactly. Imagine this. You're strolling through Zurich's beautifully preserved old town. You've got winding cobblestone streets, stunning Renaissance architecture.
Love it.
And then a few blocks away, you're in the heart of one of Europe's most vibrant nightlife scenes.
Wow.
Zurich has over 500 bars and clubs.
What? Everything from trendy rooftop lounges to underground jazz clubs. So it's a city that truly caters to all tastes.
It does.
I'm intrigued. Where do we go after we've experienced the energy of Zurich?
Well, from the modern buzz of Zurich, let's travel back in time to Bern, the Swiss capital.
Yeah.
Imagine a city so charming, its entire medieval center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
I'm picturing cobblestone streets, historic buildings, maybe a night or two wandering around.
Maybe.
What makes Bern truly stand out?
Well, for starters, it has 6 kilometers of covered arcades.
6 kilometers.
That's right. They line the streets. They're called Loben, and they date all the way back to the Middle Ages.
Wow.
They were built to protect shopkeepers and shoppers from the elements.
Wow, that's smart.
So you can imagine doing your shopping while you're strolling beneath these historic arches, rain or shine.
That's incredible. Shopping in a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
That's right.
Talk about retail therapy with a side of history.
Exactly.
But Bern has another quirky feature that I'm particularly fond of.
Ah, yes. You must be thinking of the Bernese bears.
The bears.
The city's mascot.
Yes.
Bern actually has this long tradition of keeping bears.
Really?
It dates back to the 16th century. And today, you can visit them in the Bärengraben, which is this spacious park right in the heart of the city.
Okay, that's officially on my must-see list.
Yeah.
Watching bears frolic in a park in the middle of a historic city.
Yeah.
Only in Switzerland.
Only in Switzerland.
Okay, we've hit Zurich and Bern. Where to next on our Swiss city tour?
How about a city that's a true melting pot of cultures?
Okay.
Let's head to Geneva.
Geneva.
Nestled on the shores of Lake Geneva.
I love Lake Geneva.
Home to some of the world's most important international organizations.
Geneva. It's got a serious side known for diplomacy and global affairs.
Right.
But I have a feeling it's got more to offer than just conference rooms and diplomatic missions.
You're right. Geneva is a city where global influence meets breathtaking natural beauty.
Okay.
Just imagine gazing out over Lake Geneva with the majestic Alps rising in the distance. Beautiful.
And realizing you're in a city that's home to the Red Cross, the UN's European headquarters, and over 20 other international organizations.
So it's a city where you can discuss world peace in the morning and go for a hike with a view of Mont Blanc in the afternoon.
You got it.
I like it. Plus, I've heard Geneva is incredibly green.
It is. Geneva has earned the nickname City of Parks.
Wow.
With over 20% of its land dedicated to green spaces.
That's amazing.
You can stroll along the lakefront, promenades, wander through botanical gardens, even take a dip in the lake on a sunny day.
Okay, I'm sold. Geneva definitely deserves a spot on our itinerary.
Right.
We've had Zurich, Bern, and now Geneva. Any other cities we should hit before we head for the mountains?
There's one more city we can't miss.
Okay.
Lucerne.
Lucerne?
Imagine a city nestled on the shores of a shimmering lake with the Swiss Alps rising majestically in the background.
Okay, I'm already picturing those classic Swiss vistas, snow-capped peaks reflected in the crystal clear water. Charming houses with flower boxes overflowing with color. You got it. Lucerne is a feast for the senses.
Yeah.
Imagine walking across the iconic Chapel Bridge.
The Chapel Bridge.
A covered wooden footbridge dating back to the 14th century.
Wow.
And then exploring the well-preserved old town with its charming squares and colorful frescoes.
Wait, tell me more about this bridge.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of it, but what makes it so special?
Well, the Chapel Bridge is one of the oldest covered wooden bridges in all of Europe. And it's decorated with over 100 17th century paintings.
Oh, wow.
That depict scenes from Lucerne's history. It's really a work of art and a symbol of the city.
Okay, I need to see this bridge in person.
Ugh.
And what about those mountain views you mentioned?
Yeah.
What's the best way to experience the Alps from Lucerne?
Well, you could take a scenic boat trip across Lake Lucerne and just be completely surrounded by stunning alpine scenery.
Okay.
Or if you're feeling adventurous,
I'm always feeling adventurous.
you can take a cable car up to Mount Pilatus or Mount Rigi
Cable car.
for panoramic views of the surrounding peaks.
Okay. I'm feeling adventurous cable car ride. It is.
All right.
Lucerne sounds like the perfect blend of city charm and mountain majesty.
It really is. But now let's trade those charming city streets for something a little more rugged.
Ooh. I like where this is going.
Let's head for the mountains.
Yes. Let's talk about that iconic Swiss scenery. Where do we begin?
Well, we can't talk about the Swiss Alps without mentioning the Matterhorn, Switzerland's most iconic peak.
Oh, the Matterhorn.
Imagine a pyramid-shaped peak piercing the sky, its snow-capped summit often shrouded in clouds.
It's so iconic. It's been featured on everything from chocolate bars to movie posters.
Right.
But what makes it truly special?
Well, for starters, its shape is unlike any other mountain in the world.
Yeah, it really is.
That sharp pyramidal peak makes it instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
And it has such a fascinating history full of daring climbs and tragic tales.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, the first successful ascent in 1865 ended in tragedy. When 4 of the 7 climbers died on the descent.
Wow. That's a reminder that even the most beautiful mountains can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
And where do we go to get the best views of this legendary peak?
At its base, nestled among those towering peaks, you'll find the car-free village of Zermatt.
Wait, car-free?
Car-free.
How do you even get there?
You can take the scenic Matterhorn-Gotthard Railway, which is an experience in itself.
Okay.
This train winds its way through the mountains, past waterfalls, glaciers, picturesque villages.
I'm picturing myself gazing out the train window, jaw dropped at the scenery. But if we can't drive in Zermatt, how do we get around?
Everything in Zermatt is either electric or on foot.
Wow.
So it's incredibly peaceful and a really unique way to experience the Swiss Alps.
So fresh mountain air, breathtaking views, and zero traffic noise.
Exactly. It's a true escape from the hustle and bustle of modern life.
Sign me up.
That's the beauty of Zermatt. It's a place where you can truly disconnect and immerse yourself in nature.
Love it. But the mountain magic doesn't stop there, right?
It does.
Where else can we go?
Let's move to the Jungfrau region.
The Jungfrau region.
Imagine 3 imposing peaks. The Eigermensch and Jungfrau towering over charming mountain villages.
I've heard of those names.
Yeah.
But what makes the Jungfrau region so special?
Well, aside from the breathtaking scenery, you've got the thrilling Jungfraubahn, one of Switzerland's most scenic train rides.
Tell me more.
It climbs through tunnels that are carved into the heart of the mountains.
Wow.
And it takes you to the top of Europe, which is the highest railway station on the continent.
Okay. Riding a train to the top of Europe?
Yeah.
It's definitely something I need to experience firsthand.
It is.
What awaits us at the top?
At the top of Europe Station, you'll find an observation deck with panoramic views of the Allèche Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps.
Wow.
And the surrounding peaks.
Amazing.
There's also an ice palace, a snow fun park, and restaurants where you can enjoy a meal with a view.
Oh my gosh.
It's truly an unforgettable experience.
And once you're back down in the valleys, what are some of the must-see spots in the Jungfrau region?
Well, you can't miss Lauterbrunnen.
Lauterbrunnen.
A village nestled in a valley so dramatic, it looks like something out of a fantasy novel.
Okay.
You've got sheer cliff faces, waterfalls cascading down from dizzying heights, and traditional wooden chalets dotted amongst lush green meadows.
Lauterbrunnen sounds like a nature lover's paradise.
It really is.
What about those other villages you mentioned? Grindelwald and Wengen.
So Grindelwald is a bit more lively, known for its adventure sports and stunning views of the Eiger's North Face.
Oh, wow.
Which is one of the most challenging climbs in the world.
And Wengen.
Wengen is a car-free village like Zermatt, perched on a sunny terrace overlooking the Lauterbrunnen Valley.
I see.
It's a great base for hiking and exploring the surrounding mountains.
So the Jungfrau region offers something for everyone.
It does.
From thrill seekers to those who just want to soak up the views.
Absolutely.
But Switzerland has so much more to offer than just mountains and cities, right?
Absolutely. Let's venture beyond the typical tourist trail.
Okay, let's do it.
How about a trip to Lugano?
Lugano.
It's known as the Monte Carlo of Switzerland.
Ooh, fancy.
Because of its popularity with celebrities and its glamorous atmosphere.
So we're trading snow-capped peaks for a taste of luxury on Lake Lugano.
Exactly. Lugano is in the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland.
I didn't know that.
And it's known for its beautiful lake, its warm summers, and its Mediterranean flair.
Okay.
Think palm trees, cobblestone piazzas, delicious Italian food.
Miniature Switzerland meets Italian charm. Mm-hmm. That's definitely going on my list.
It's a great combination.
What else does Lugano have to offer besides sunshine and good food?
Well, if you're an art lover, you can visit the Museo d'Arte della Svizzera Italiana, which houses a collection of Swiss and Italian art.
Nice.
And if you're looking for something a bit different, you can visit the Swiss Miniature Village.
Okay.
A charming attraction showcasing miniature versions of famous Swiss landmarks.
Miniature Switzerland.
It's a fun way to see the whole country in a day.
That's so cool. I love miniatures. That's definitely going on my list. And you mentioned Italian food. Does that mean we can finally talk about cheese?
Of course. We can't forget about Gruyere, a town famous for its namesake cheese.
Gruyere. It's like stepping into a cheese lover's dream come true.
It really is.
Yeah.
Imagine a medieval town perched on a hilltop overlooking rolling green hills dotted with cows.
I love it.
You can visit the medieval Gruyère's castle, which dates back to the 13th century.
Oh, wow.
And then learn about and taste traditional cheesemaking at La Maison du Gruyère.
Okay, all this talk of cheese is making me hungry. Tell me more about La Maison du Gruyère.
Yeah.
What can we experience there?
Well, it's more than just a cheese factory.
Okay.
It's an interactive museum where you can learn about the entire cheesemaking process from the cow to the finished product.
Oh, wow.
You can watch cheesemakers at work, learn about the history of Gruyere cheese, and of course, sample different varieties.
Okay, I'm officially adding Gruyère's to my must-visit list.
Yeah.
A medieval castle, rolling hills, and all the cheese I can eat.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It really doesn't. But for now, I think we need to take a break.
Yeah.
And let all this delicious information sink in.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground, from bustling cities to charming villages to cheese-filled hills.
We have.
We've thrown a lot of Swiss adventures at our listeners. But don't worry, everyone. We'll be back soon to delve into even more hidden gems and local delights.
That's right.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I hope your ears are ready for more Swiss adventures, because we're about to uncover some hidden gems that'll make you want to book a flight, like, immediately.
That's right. We've covered the iconic peaks and the charming cities, but Switzerland's beauty goes so far beyond just the well-trodden paths.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
What hidden treasures are we unearthing today?
Let's start with a true natural wonder. Have you ever imagined standing on a platform feeling the mist on your face as Europe's most powerful waterfall thunders right before your eyes?
Wow, that sounds incredible. Yeah. You're talking about the Rhine Falls, right?
Yes, the Rhine Falls.
I've heard whispers of this natural wonder, but never really, dived into the details.
Yeah. It's truly a sight to behold. It's over 150 meters wide and 23 meters high.
Wow.
Just this massive curtain of water cascading down with such force you can feel the ground tremble beneath your feet.
Okay, I'm getting chills just imagining it.
Yeah.
What's the best way to experience this raw power of nature?
You can actually take a boat trip that gets you right up close to the cascading water.
Oh, wow.
Practically within arm's reach of the spray, or if you prefer a more grounded experience, there are viewing platforms on both sides of the falls that offer just breathtaking panoramic views.
So whether you're a thrill seeker or a nature enthusiast, there's like a perfect way to witness this spectacle. Now, you mentioned hidden gems. What else is hiding beneath Switzerland's surface waiting to be discovered?
Let's move from the roar of the Rhine Falls to something a little more serene.
Okay.
Imagine gliding across a crystal clear lake surrounded by vineyards that stretch up the slopes, their leaves turning golden in the autumn sun.
Okay. I'm picturing a glass of local wine in hand, a gentle breeze ruffling my hair, and the Alps reflecting in the water. This sounds idyllic. Are we talking about Lake Geneva?
You got Lake Geneva, also known as Lac Léman, is one of the largest lakes in Western Europe. Wow. It's shared by Switzerland and France.
Oh, cool.
And it's not just a beautiful sight, it's also steeped in history and culture.
Okay, spill the historical tea. What makes Lake Geneva so special beyond its undeniable beauty?
Well, for centuries, its shores have been a haven for artists, writers, and musicians.
Interesting.
Drawn to its tranquil beauty and inspiring atmosphere.
Yeah.
From the Roman Empire to the Belle Epoque, Lake Geneva has been a witness to history unfolding.
So we're talking about a lake where we can practically feel the echoes of history mingling with the gentle lapping of the waves.
Right.
What's the best way to soak up all this historical and natural beauty?
A boat trip is a must.
Of course.
Imagine cruising along the lake, passing charming villages, medieval castles perched on hillsides, and maybe even spotting a majestic swan or two gliding alongside you.
I can practically feel the sunshine on my face and smell that fresh lake air. And for those who prefer to stay on dry land, are there any hidden gems waiting to be explored along the shores of Lake Geneva?
Absolutely. Dotted along the lake shore, you'll find charming towns and villages, each with its own unique character.
Like what?
Well, there's Montreux, known for its jazz festival and its beautiful promenade lined with palm trees.
That makes.
Then there's Vevey, where Charlie Chaplin once lived.
Wow.
And Lausanne, a vibrant university town with a stunning Gothic cathedral.
Okay, I'm already planning a multi-stop Lake Geneva adventure, hopping from town to town, soaking up the culture and the views. But we were talking about hidden gems, places off the beaten path. Is there anything truly unexpected hiding in Switzerland's landscape?
You bet there is. Prepare to be transported to a landscape that feels a world away from those serene lakes and towering peaks.
Okay.
Imagine a dramatic gorge carved by the Rhine River over thousands of years.
Wow.
Its walls towering over 100 meters high, covered in dense forests and dotted with unique rock formations.
Wait, are you describing a canyon in Switzerland? I thought those were reserved for the American Southwest.
This one's all Swiss.
No way.
It's known as the Swiss Grand Canyon, officially called the Rhine Alta.
Okay, you officially have my attention. I never would have guessed Switzerland had its own version of the Grand Canyon. What makes it so special?
Well, imagine hiking or biking through a landscape that feels both ancient and untouched, where turquoise waters wind their way through this labyrinth of towering rock formations.
That sounds incredible.
It's a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts and anyone seeking a taste of true wilderness.
So instead of scorching desert landscapes, we're talking lush forests, dramatic cliffs, and the roar of the Rhine echoing near the canyon. This is a side of Switzerland I never knew existed. How do we explore this hidden wonder?
There are hiking trails that wind their way along the canyon rim, offering breathtaking views of the Rhine Alta.
Okay.
Or for the more adventurous, you can raft down the Rhine River, navigating the rapids and soaking up the scenery from a unique perspective.
Okay, I'm adding the Swiss Grand Canyon to my list. It sounds like the perfect adventure for those who want to escape the crowds and experience a different side of Switzerland. But with all these amazing destinations, I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed. Any practical tips for navigating the Swiss experience?
Switzerland is incredibly well organized and easy to get around, but there are a few things you should know.
Okay.
First, consider the Swiss Travel Pass.
The Swiss Travel Pass.
It's a cost-effective way to explore the country using their extensive public transportation system.
I've heard whispers of this magical travel pass. What exactly does it cover and how much does it cost?
The The Swiss Travel Pass gives you unlimited access to trains, buses, and boats throughout the entire country.
Wow.
It also includes free entry to over 500 museums and discounts on mountain excursions.
That's amazing.
You can choose from passes that are valid for 3, 4, 8, or 15 consecutive days.
Okay.
And the prices vary depending on the duration and the class of travel.
That sounds incredibly convenient and cost-effective, especially for someone who wants to explore different regions of Switzerland. Any other insider tips you can share?
Here's a tip that might surprise you, pack for all types of weather.
Oh, wait.
Even in the summer, you can experience rain, sunshine, and even snow in the higher altitudes.
You're telling me I might need a winter coat in the middle of summer?
Exactly. Switzerland's weather can be unpredictable, so it's best to be prepared for anything. Layers are key.
Okay, noted layers it is. Any other essential items I should pack for my Swiss adventure?
Bring a reusable water bottle.
Okay.
The tap water in Switzerland is safe and delicious, so you can stay hydrated without spending a fortune on bottled water.
That's a great tip for both our wallets and the environment.
And one more thing, if you're looking to save money on dining out, keep an eye out for lunch specials.
Okay.
Many restaurants offer discounted menus during lunchtime, which is a great way to enjoy delicious Swiss cuisine without breaking the bank.
Perfect pack for all types of weather. Bring a reusable water bottle and take advantage of those lunch specials. I'm feeling more and more like a seasoned Swiss traveler with every tip. We've covered so much ground today, from waterfalls to canyons to practical advice. What's next on our Swiss adventure?
Well, we've explored the landscapes, but what about the people who call this beautiful country home? Next up, we'll delve into the culture, the lifestyle, and what makes Swiss culture so unique.
I'm ready to dive into the heart of Swiss culture. Stay tuned, everyone, for the final part of our Swiss deep dive. Welcome back, adventurers. We've scaled those peaks, wandered through those charming villages, and even braved the roar of the Rhine Falls.
We have.
But now it's time to explore the heart of Switzerland.
Yes.
The people and the culture that make this country so unique.
That's right. We've talked about those picture-perfect landscapes, but what about the everyday lives of the people who call Switzerland home?
Right.
What are their values, their traditions, their quirks?
Okay, I'm ready to delve into the Swiss psyche. What are some of those quintessential Swiss traits that we should know about?
Well, first and foremost, the Swiss are known for their punctuality.
Punctuality.
Being on time is not just a courtesy, it's practically a national sport.
So if I'm meeting a Swiss friend for coffee, I better not be even a minute late.
You better be right on time, or you might just offend your Swiss friend.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just social interactions.
Okay.
Their trains are legendary for running like clockwork.
I've heard stories about Swiss trains leaving the station at the exact second scheduled, even if passengers are still scrambling to get on board.
It's not just a stereotype, it's a way of life. The Swiss value efficiency and precision in everything they do.
So punctuality and efficiency are key.
No.
What else should we know about Swiss culture?
The Swiss also place a high value on privacy and personal space.
Okay.
They're generally reserved people, and they appreciate directness and honesty in communication.
So no need for small talk or beating around the bush. Just get straight to the point.
Exactly.
I can appreciate that.
And while they might seem a bit formal at first, once you get to know them, the Swiss are incredibly warm and welcoming.
It sounds like a fascinating blend of practicality and warmth. And what about their lifestyle? We talked about all those amazing outdoor activities, but what does like a typical Swiss weekend look like?
Well, spending time outdoors is practically a national pastime.
Makes sense.
Whether it's hiking in the mountains, swimming in the lakes, or simply having a picnic in a park, the Swiss love to connect with nature.
Yes, I can see why with all that stunning scenery at their doorstep. And what about the food? We've already touched on the cheese.
Right.
What else should we be indulging in when in Switzerland?
Well, besides the cheese, you can't miss the chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate.
Switzerland is famous for its smooth, rich chocolate.
Yeah.
And there are countless chocolatiers where you can sample everything from classic milk chocolate bars to elaborate truffle creations.
Okay, chocolate and cheese. I'm starting to see a pattern here. What about for something a little more substantial? Any must-try Swiss dishes?
You have to try roasty.
Roasty.
It's a crispy potato dish that's like a staple of Swiss cuisine. It's often served with cheese, bacon, or eggs. And for something a little heartier, there's Zurcher
Geschnetzeltes.
a dish of sliced veal cooked in a creamy mushroom sauce.
My mouth is watering. But let's talk about the practicalities for a moment. What's the cost of living like in Switzerland? We've heard it's one of the most expensive countries in the world.
It's true that Switzerland has a high cost of living,
Yeah.
but it's important to remember that salaries are also high.
Right.
So while you might pay more for groceries or rent, you'll also be earning more.
So it's all about perspective. But for those who are dreaming of making Switzerland their home, what are some things they should consider before taking the leap?
Well, first and foremost, you need to secure a job offer.
Okay.
Switzerland has strict immigration laws, and you need a valid work permit to live and work there.
So finding a job is the first hurdle. What else?
Learning the language is crucial.
Okay.
Especially if you're planning to live outside of the major cities.
Right.
Even though English is widely spoken, knowing at least one of the national languages will make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
And it'll help you integrate into Swiss society.
That makes sense. And I imagine finding housing can be a challenge in a country as densely populated as Switzerland.
It can be, especially in the larger cities like Zurich and Geneva.
Right.
The rental market is competitive and prices can be high.
Okay.
But with some research and patience, you can find a place that suits your needs and budget.
So finding a job, learning the language, and securing housing are the top priorities.
Pretty much.
What about healthcare? Switzerland's known for having an excellent healthcare system.
It's true. Healthcare in Switzerland is universal and of a very high standard.
Okay.
However, it's mandatory and can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
You'll need to factor those costs into your budget.
So while you're guaranteed quality care, it's important to be prepared for those costs.
Exactly. But overall, despite the high cost of living, Switzerland offers an incredible quality of life.
Yeah.
With its stunning natural beauty, efficient infrastructure, and safe and clean environment, it's no wonder so many people dream of calling Switzerland home.
Well, after this deep dive, I'm definitely dreaming of Switzerland.
Me too.
From those towering peaks to those charming villages, from the chocolate to the cheese, Switzerland truly has it all.
It's a country that will stay with you long after you leave. Whether seeking adventure relaxation or simply a taste of a different way of life, Switzerland offers something for everyone.
It's been an incredible journey exploring Switzerland. From the practical tips to the cultural insights, we've covered a lot of ground, but I feel like we've only scratched the surface of all that this amazing country has to offer.
There's always more to discover in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Every corner holds a new surprise, a new adventure, a new taste of that unique Swiss charm.
And on that note, it's time to wrap up our Swiss deep dive.
Okay.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have.
We did.
Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for some stunning visuals to accompany this episode. We've got some amazing footage of everything we've talked about, from the Matterhorn to the Rhine Falls to those adorable Bernese bears. And if you're feeling inspired to plan your own Swiss adventure, we have tons of resources on our website to help you get started.
So what are you waiting for? Start planning your Swiss adventure today.
Don't forget to subscribe to your Inspirations Quick Travel Guy YouTube channel for more travel deep dives.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening and happy traveling.